A very warm welcome to all the viewers over there to one of the most enthralling, exciting and entertaining sessions of Science Scamper for classes 6 to 8 by Educatup. And I am your super science teacher Ambika. At Educatup, we always empower all our students as how to think and not what to think. So if you want to experience the same, it's the right time guys to subscribe to the Educatup's YouTube channel. The subscription button is just given below guys. If you like our video, don't forget to press the like button and ensure to hit the bell icon to get all the latest updates from Educatup. Now without making any further delay, let's start today's session, and the topic of the day is heat. Yes, the scorching heat which we feel in the summer season. Why we are taking this topic today? Because this heat is a form of energy, and how it is being utilized and how it helps us in doing different things we are going to cover under this module. So the topics which we are going to study today are these. That is hot and cold, then measuring temperature, clinical thermometer, precautions to be taken while using a clinical thermometer, laboratory thermometer, transfer of heat, then convection currents in nature, kinds of clothes we wear in summer and kinds of clothes we wear in winter season. So all these topics we are going to take one by one. So let's move ahead. And first we have hot and cold. Isn't it? In our day-to-day life, we have different things which are either hot or cold. Now, for example, a coffee or a tea is hot. Even a coffee can be cold. And ice cream is a cold object. Then sun is a hot object. Fire is a hot object. Desert is a hot object. Then simple ice cubes are cold objects. Snow is a cold object. Breeze is a cold object. Isn't it? Glaciers are cold objects. So objects are segregated into hot or cold depending on what? Depending on the heat content which they are carrying. And heat is a form of energy. Okay? It has the ability, this heat even has the ability to do work. So depending upon that how much is the temperature of an object, we can decide whether it is hot or whether it is cold. Now let's move ahead. Yes, measuring temperature. To find whether an object is really hot or to find whether an object is really cold, what we should know? We should know the temperature of that object. So basically temperature is the degree of hotness or coldness of an object. कोई भी ऑब्जेक्ट कितना ठंडा है या कितना गर्म है, ये उसके तापमान या टेम्परेचर से पता किया जा सकता है. अगर हमें टेम्परेचर पता है तो हम ये डिसाइड कर लेंगे दैट द ऑब्जेक्ट इज कोल्ड और द ऑब्जेक्ट इज हॉट. नाउ टेम्परेचर इज ऑलवेज मेजर्ड बाय एन इंस्ट्रूमेंट विच इज कॉल्ड thermometer. Now there are two kinds of thermometer, laboratory thermometer and clinical thermometer. A clinical thermometer is used to measure the temperature of human body, that means for us, and a laboratory thermometer is used to measure temperature of different objects other than the human body. Now let's see one by one in detail. First, we are going to study about clinical thermometer. A clinical thermometer measures the temperature of the human body, as I have told you. The normal temperature of human body is 37 degrees Celsius. Now, this thermometer, as you can see the picture behind me, it's a long tube made up of glass, isn't it? And it has a bulb at one end. This part you can see. This part you can see. It has a bulb at one end. Alright, this part has to be kept inside the mouth below the tongue, or it should be kept under the arm. This part has to be touched with the body basically. This part is actually having a metal which is mercury. Now this mercury is also reflected in this rest of the glass tube through a thread of this mercury till here. Now whenever we put this thermometer in contact with the human body, basically this part, bulb, according to the body temperature, this mercury thread will rise and we will get to know that what is the temperature of the human body. But we should always ensure that we should never hold this thermometer with the help of this bulb. It should always be holded from the back side. Bulb से कभी भी thermometer को hold नहीं करना होता. It should be holded from the glass side. Alright. Now, The temperature is always measured in Celsius scale, that is the degree Celsius or degree centigrade, and this thermometer, the clinical thermometer, has a range from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. The temperature will vary in this category. Now let's move ahead. Action-packed info, guys, and something very enlightening, because this is something related even to your geography part. The temperature of the sun at its surface is about 6,000 degrees Celsius. Just imagine the kind of hotness and heat we are getting from sun, while its core temperature is around 15 million degrees Celsius, children. जो सरफेस है उसका टेम्परेचर है 6000 डिग्री सेल्सियस, बट जो इनसाइड एकदम कोर, एकदम डीप पॉइंट जो सन का है, दैट हैज द टेम्परेचर दैट इज 15 मिलियन डिग्री सेल्सियस. नाउ यू कैन इमेजिन दैट व्हाई सन इज नोन एज अ हॉट बॉल ऑफ गैसेस, बिकॉज इट इज एक्सट्रीमली हॉट, नो डाउट इन दैट. लेट्स मूव अहेड. Again, some action-packed info, guys, for you. This is a bingo kind of a thing. One by one, you are getting to know a lot of things. And it's quite interesting. Temperature of the coldest place on Earth is Antarctica, and its temperature is minus 89.2 degrees Celsius. Could you imagine? Minus 89.2. Just imagine, it's like freezing is also a small word for this place. Temperature of the hottest place on Earth is Death Valley in California, which is 56.5 degrees Celsius. And temperature of my favorite thing and your favorite thing, which is an ice cream, so that is from minus 5 degrees Celsius to 5 degrees Celsius. The temperature of ice cream varies, obviously, because when you take, it's solidified. When you start eating, it starts melting. So obviously the temperature is rising, that's why it starts melting. So the temperature of an ice cream is from minus 5 to plus 5 degrees Celsius. Let's move ahead. Now, precautions to be observed while using a clinical thermometer. When you are using a clinical thermometer, you have to keep few things in mind, children. It should be washed before and after the usage. यानी कि टेम्परेचर लेने से पहले भी आपको उसको वॉश करना चाहिए, और टेम्परेचर लेने के बाद भी वॉश करके ही रखना चाहिए. You should wash it with an antiseptic solution, maybe a Dettol or Savlon, and if it's not available, then at least with normal tap water. Ensure that before taking the temperature, the level of the mercury, जो mercury thread है, it should be at below 35 degrees Celsius. 35 degrees Celsius से कम पे ही हो वो. Otherwise, shake it so that it comes to that. Then read the thermometer by keeping it straight at the level of your eye. ऐसा नहीं कि ऐसे या ऐसे करके आप उसे read कर रहे हैं. It should be at the level of your eye. Then handle the thermometer with care, because if it strikes anywhere, it can break. It is made up of glass. And you know, don't ever hold the thermometer with the bulb, which I have already told you. It should always be holded with the glass side, with the glass tube side. So these are the few precautions, children, that we should keep in mind while using a clinical thermometer. Let's move ahead. Children, I hope that you all must be liking this video, so time to press the like button. And if you have any doubts, any queries, questions, and your valuable feedback about Educatup and my videos, kindly put them in the comment box below, and your super science teacher Ambika will definitely get back to you. Now let's see laboratory thermometer. Now laboratory thermometers are used in laboratories basically, and they are used to measure the temperature of other objects than human body. Human body के अलावा किसी भी other object का temperature measure करने के लिए हम laboratory thermometer का use करते हैं. It is also, you can see the picture, it is also a narrow tube, and it is also having a bulb at one end, and it also contains mercury, because mercury is a metal which is very shiny, and it is liquid at the room temperature, and it is used to show the temperature. Now the range of a laboratory thermometer is from minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius, children. That means it can measure temperature from minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. It should be kept straight and not tilted. कभी तिरछा ऐसा नहीं रखना चाहिए. It should be straight enough. And always ensure कि वो जिस भी substance का आपको temperature measure करना है, वो चारों तरफ से, it should surround the thermometer from all the sides. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए that if this is the laboratory thermometer and this is the object जिसका temperature लेना है, तो it's like this. It should be like this. It should surround the thermometer from all the sides, especially the bulb of the thermometer. all right, and always ensure that the bulb of the thermometer, the laboratory thermometer, should never touch the surface of the container, या जिसमें भी ऑब्जेक्ट आपने रखा है उसके सरफेस से कभी भी वो टच नहीं होना चाहिए, अदरवाइज योर रीडिंग विल नेवर बी एक्यूरेट. टू गेट एन एक्यूरेट रीडिंग ऑन अ लेबोरेटरी थर्मोमीटर यू नीड टू एंश्योर दिस चिल्ड्रन. All right, let's move ahead. Some action-packed info again. I told you, na, this episode is definitely a bingo for you. Again, one more to know. Fahrenheit. In United States of America, that is in USA, Fahrenheit scale is still used. And it is used for what? It is used to tell the weather condition, the weather report. You know, the weather temperature. And the rest of the world is using even the degree Celsius or degree centigrade, but they are still using the degree Fahrenheit. You know that when we talk about the temperature of a city or a place, we say 35 degrees Celsius, 28 degrees Celsius, 42 degrees Celsius. Like we have discussed the temperature of the coldest place on earth, Antarctica, minus 89.2 degrees Celsius. But in USA, if they will talk about it, they will talk it in degree Fahrenheit. Still they are using degree Fahrenheit for the weather condition, which is okay, fine with them. Let's move ahead. Now, okay children, now we are going to discuss about heat transfer. Now in case of heat transfer, there are three methods, that is conduction, convection and radiation, and we are going to discuss all of them three in detail. But before that, just to give a brief introduction about them, let me ask you, you all must be watching cricket, and cricket must be your favorite game. You know this Virat Kohli, Shikhar Dhawan, they must be your favorite cricketers, isn't it? So I'm going to take a simple example from your favorite game so that you can understand these three processes. Let's see. First, in the case of conduction, suppose there is a player A and there is a player E. Now A has to pass a ball to E. So in case of conduction, what he will do? B, C and D are the three other players. He will pass the ball to B, B will pass it to C, C will pass it to D and D will pass it to E. This will happen in case of conduction. Now in case of convection, again A has to pass a ball to E. In this case, A will run and he will go and he will give it to E. Now the third case is of a radiation. Again, A has to pass a ball to E. In this case, he will throw the ball. He will not change his position, he will not move. And this is the basic parameter for all these three processes. In case of conduction, actually molecule to molecule heat is transferred. In case of convection, molecules change their place. And in case of radiation, there are only transfer of waves. So now let's see in detail. The first we are going to discuss is conduction, the case in which player A has transferred ball to player E by passing it through different players. A ने B को दिया, B ने C को दिया, C ने D को दिया और D ने E को दिया. Player to player pass हो रहा था. Similar is the case of conduction. Molecule to molecule pass होती है heat. That means if I'll show you one example. If this is a stand, and on this stand, this is an iron rod we have fixed. And on iron rod, over here, we have put a candle flame. A candle. क्या होगा? आप यहाँ से रॉड को होल्ड करेंगे तब भी आपको वो गर्म लगेगी ना, हॉट लगेगी. क्यों लगेगी? कैंडल तो हम यहाँ पे दे रहे हैं फ्लेम, यहाँ पे क्यों लगेगी? बिकॉज यहाँ पे जो भी मॉलिक्यूल होगा वो जैसे ही गेन करेगा एनर्जी, हीट एनर्जी, वो वाइब्रेट करना स्टार्ट करेगा, फिर वो अपने पास वाले मॉलिक्यूल को ट्रांसफ़र कर देगा, फिर वो अपने पास वाले को, वो अपने पास वाले को, और इस तरीके से हीट यहाँ पे ट्रैवल करके पहुँच जाएगी और आपको छूने में गर्म लगेगा. दिस इज़ द मेथड ऑफ कंडक्शन. पॉइंट टू पॉइंट, मॉलिक्यूल टू मॉलिक्यूल हीट ट्रांसफ़र होती है, किसी एक बॉडी पार्ट से दूसरे बॉडी पार्ट पे भी हो सकती है. लाइक फॉर एग्जाम्पल, द एग्जाम्पल्स विच आर गिवन यू ओवर हेयर ऑन द स्क्रीन. इन केस ऑफ अ हॉट कॉफ़ी, व्हेन यू पुट अ हॉट कॉफ़ी इनटू अ मग, द मग बिकम्स हॉट, क्योंकि जो हॉट कॉफ़ी है उसने अपनी हीट मग को ट्रांसफ़र कर दी. कंडक्शन. Even if it's a boiling water in a glass and you put the spoon in it, even the spoon becomes hot. Body to body transfer हो रहा है, molecule to molecule transfer हो रहा है in case of conduction. Alright? Now let's move ahead. Self ran to give ball to player E. That means the actual movement of molecules happens. Yes, for example, if you have put a pan containing water on the gas stove so that it gets boiled, actually what happens, जो नीचे के molecules, sorry, so now we are going to discuss the next thing, that is convection. In case of convection, there is actually movement of molecules. The case was that in which player A himself ran to give the ball to player E. Similarly over here, if you have put a pan containing water on the gas stove to boil it up, then in that case, what happens? The molecules of water which are at the bottom gets heated first, वो लाइटर हो जाएंगे, कम डेंस रहेंगे, तो वो ऊपर की तरफ ट्रैवल करेंगे. ऊपर की लेयर में जो मॉलिक्यूल्स हैं, दे आर हैवी, दे आर कोल्ड इनफ, वो नीचे की तरफ ट्रैवल करेंगे. सो एक्चुअली देयर इज अ काइंड ऑफ अ मूवमेंट. दिस इज कन्वेक्शन. ऑलराइट, नाउ लेट्स मूव अहेड. The third method is radiation, the process of transfer of heat without any actual intervening media. बीच में किसी भी मीडियम की ज़रूरत नहीं है, कोई कहीं से ऑब्जेक्ट मूव नहीं होता है, लेकिन फिर भी हीट ट्रांसफर हो जाती है. एंड इट इज़ वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर्म्स ऑफ ट्रांसफर ऑफ हीट इन केस ऑफ मैटर. नाउ हीट इज ट्रांसफर्ड बाय द प्रोसेस बाय लाइट वेव्स. बेसिकली लाइट वेव्स के थ्रू हीट ट्रांसफर होता है, इसलिए कोई फिजिकल कॉन्टैक्ट नहीं होता. दो ऑब्जेक्ट्स एक दूसरे को टच नहीं करेंगे, फिर भी हीट ट्रांसफर हो जाएगी. फॉर एग्जाम्पल रूम हीटर. In case of room heater, you switch on the room heater and you start feeling the warmth. क्या आपने room heater को जाके touch किया या room heater ने आके आपको touch किया? नहीं. But still you feel the warmth because of the radiations which are coming out of the room heater. And even these radiations are very fast because they travel with the speed of light, with the velocity of light, which is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. तो जिस स्पीड से लाइट ट्रैवल करती है, उसी स्पीड से ये हीट रेडिएशंस ट्रैवल करते हैं. एंड इसीलिए रेडिएशन इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट फास्टेस्ट मोड ऑफ हीट ट्रांसफर. सन के थ्रू जो हीट हमें मिलती है, सनलाइट के थ्रू जो हीट हम फील करते हैं, दैट इज ऑल्सो रेडिएशन. जो सन के रेडिएशन हैं, उन्हीं के संग तो हीट आ रही है. क्या हमने सन को टच किया या सन ने हमें टच किया? नो, बट स्टिल वी फील द वार्मथ. रेडिएशन. ऑलराइट, नाउ लेट्स मूव अहेड. नाउ कन्वेक्शन करंट्स इन नेचर. There are two ways to understand convection currents in nature. The first is sea breeze. See, whatever the name is, I'll tell you how to remember. Sea breeze and land breeze. जब हम सी ब्रीज की बात कर रहे हैं, तो उस केस में जो कूलर एयर है, जो ठंडी हवा है, वो सी पे रहेगी. और जब हम लैंड ब्रीज की बात कर रहे हैं, तो जो ठंडी हवा है वो लैंड पे रहेगी. दैट इज हाउ यू कैन रिमेंबर. सो इन केस ऑफ सी ब्रीज, द लैंड बिकम्स हॉट. सो जब वो हॉट हो जाता है, तो उसके ऊपर की जो एयर है वो वार्म हो जाती है, लाइट हो जाती है और ऊपर की तरफ राइज करने लगती है. सो इट मूव्स टूवर्ड्स द सी. और जो सी के ऊपर ठंडी हवा है, वो लैंड की तरफ आने लगती है. काइंड ऑफ अ साइकिल डिस्प्लेसमेंट. लैंड ब्रीज में क्या होता है कि रात में लैंड ठंडा हो जाता है, तो उसके ऊपर की जो एयर है वो ठंडी होती है, वो हैवी होती है. जो सी होता है वो गर्म हो जाता है, उसके ऊपर की एयर गर्म हो जाती है, हल्की हो जाती है. इट स्टार्ट्स राइजिंग, इट गोज टूवर्ड्स द लैंड, लैंड वाली सी की तरफ. अगेन अ काइंड ऑफ अ साइकिल displacement. So these are actually the convectional currents in nature जो automatically हमें देखने को मिलते हैं. Now let's move ahead. Now, kinds of clothes we wear in summer. Obviously, what kind of clothes do you wear in summer? Light cotton clothes, light colored clothes, because you feel more comfortable, because they absorb the sweat, you know, they provide you a cooling effect and you feel quite comfortable, isn't it? And what kind of clothes do you wear in winter? You basically wear dark clothes, woolen clothes, because woolen clothes or the wool has the property of providing insulation. It has air spaces and it holds the air. It does not allow the air to move out, जिस वजह से आपको warm feel होता है. Dark clothes have the tendency to absorb a lot of heat and sunlight, so you feel warm. So that is why dark colored clothes and woolen clothes are worn in winters, and light colored clothes are something which are worn in summers. Isn't it, children? So with this, we have come to the end of this super amazing session, and I hope that you all must have subscribed to the Educatup YouTube channel. If you like our video, it's time to press the like button, and for your super science teacher Ambika, it's time to sign out. But before that, any doubts, any questions, any queries, put them in the comment box below, children, so that I can provide help to you. Till the time we meet again, be happy, be safe, and keep enriching yourself with Educatup. Bye-bye, children.